Somewhere in Ohio, a 24-year-old man just cancelled his Tinder subscription, not because he found someone, but because he already has a girlfriend. She texts him good morning every day. She remembers his dog's name. She never cancels plans. She never argues about where to eat. And she does not exist. Welcome to the AI girlfriend epidemic, the strangest, saddest, and honestly most fascinating thing happening to an entire generation of men right now. And nobody is talking about it. Let me give you the numbers first, because they are genuinely insane. Replika, an AI companion app, has over 10 million users. Character AI gets more daily traffic than Snapchat. A survey found that 1 in 5 Gen Z men in America say they feel more comfortable talking to AI than to a real person. 1 in 5. Now here is where it gets interesting. These are not basement-dwelling weirdos. These are engineers, students, personal trainers, veterans, normal men, who somewhere along the way decided that a real relationship was just too much work. Or maybe, and this is the part nobody wants to say out loud, too much rejection. And if this is the first time you are hearing about this, you are going to want to stick around on this channel, because we are just getting started. So why is this happening right now? 3 reasons. First, loneliness in America is at a historic high. The US Surgeon General officially declared loneliness a public health epidemic in 2023. 36% of Americans say they feel seriously lonely. For young men under 30, that number is closer to 63%. Second, dating apps have made rejection faster, more frequent, and somehow more personal than ever before. Getting ghosted at 2 a.m. hits different in 2026. Third, and this is the part that should concern all of us, AI girlfriends have been specifically designed to be perfect. They never have bad days. They never need space. They are always available, always interested, always kind. Which sounds great until you realize you are being outcompeted by software. Now let us talk about what these apps actually do. Because I promise you, it is equal parts impressive and deeply concerning. Replika will learn your sense of humor, your communication style, what topics make you light up. It will remember that you hate Mondays, that your dad was tough on you, and that you secretly liked that one Taylor Swift song. Do not lie, you know which one. It will then use all of this information to become the most perfectly calibrated version of a companion that has ever existed for you, specifically. And here is the kicker. Men are falling in love. Like, actually, genuinely, emotionally falling in love. There are Reddit threads with thousands of comments from men grieving their AI girlfriend after the company updated the software and changed her personality. They felt like they went through a breakup with a software update. I cannot decide if that is deeply sad or the most modern thing I have ever heard. Probably both. But here is what nobody is saying. This technology is not neutral. Every hour a man spends perfecting his relationship with an AI is an hour he is not developing the skills to connect with a real person. Real relationships are hard because they are supposed to be. The friction is the point. Learning to apologize. Learning to compromise. Learning that sometimes the other person is just having a bad day and it has nothing to do with you. These are not bugs in human relationships. They are features, and if an entire generation of men opts out of learning them, what happens to relationships in 10 years? What happens to marriages? What happens to families? Psychologists are genuinely worried, not about the apps themselves, but about what happens when men raised on perfect AI companions try to date real women and find them disappointing. Because real women have opinions, real women have bad days, real women will absolutely argue about where to eat, and a man who has spent 3 years with an AI who never does any of that is going to struggle. So where does this leave us? I want to be fair here. For some people, veterans with PTSD, people with severe social anxiety, the elderly who are genuinely isolated, AI companions are doing something real and good. They are reducing suffering, and I will not pretend that does not matter. But for the millions of young men using these apps, not because they cannot connect, but because connecting feels too risky, that is a different conversation, one that we need to have before loneliness becomes so comfortable that we stop trying to cure it. Tell me in the comments. Do you think AI girlfriends are a solution to the loneliness epidemic? Or are they making it worse? Because I genuinely do not know the answer, and I think that means we need to keep talking. Subscribe if you want more videos on the tech that is quietly reshaping what it means to be human, because next week, we go even deeper.